appreciate God for giving us a grace like this again to be at His presence. So today, we want to talk about courtship with Christ. Courtship with Christ. So in some previous lessons, we talked about the kingdom and a lot of topics like that. But today, we are talking about courtship with Christ. If this has been your first time, or it has been your first time, sleeping soldiers. The time is now. I want you to click on the subscribe button. I want you to share. The time is now. And I want you to enjoy whatever is. Sleeping soldiers. Before we start to appreciate God, we give Him all the glory and we bless His holy name because He's going to give us a knowledge more than ever. The time is now. So we will discuss what is courtship. Sleeping giants. So, yeah. The time is now. That I have here. I say courtship is a period before. The time is now. Marriage, when a Christian brother or sister and see if they can sleeping giants. The time is now. In a man, the harvest is now. Sleeping soldiers. The time is now. But per se, what we are talking about is courtship. The time is now. Courtship with Christ. So in this courtship with Christ, Christian courtship involves our children in a direction of marriage. The time is now. I want to drive out in this point is that everybody the time is now. This world that we have eventually ready. Whenever we surrender, anytime we surrender, we are ready to go with Him. In the process of surrendering unto Jesus, so we are in the process of there's different things. It's different from we dating. Dating sometimes can be dating sometimes can be for fun. We say courtship, we surrender everything unto Him. When we're talking about courtship between two partners, that's the name both of them as agreed to journey before we can say both of them are. I want us to consciously do something. So they have agreed to journey together in the journey of marriage. That's simply when we say they are caught. That simply means they have both reached an agreement of going together. So anybody that is ready to surrender his life to Christ has reached an agreement of courtship, following Him. In the process of courtship, it can lead it 100% of it, 99 leads to marriage, and on 1% of it eventually crash because of some issue. So yeah, I said courtship is where both partners got to know each other. In Christendom, when you say accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior, so the day you surrender, you are no more dating Him again, you are courting with Christ. So the moment you are courting with Christ, you are eventually studying Him. So when you are a new believer, they tell you study the word of the Lord. They will be giving you the word of the Lord, like the book of Joshua 1:8. This word of the time is now. This word of law will not depart from my house. So they will be giving you a word. So in that moment you are courting with Him. In that moment you are having an idea: should I follow Him or I should not? In that moment you are trying to observe the kind of person He is. In that moment you are trying to know what exactly He can do and what He cannot do. In that moment you are trying to figure out who He was. The time is now. Courtship with Christ is a relationship between man and God in which they seek to determine if they are or choice to follow God. So they want to determine their own. You know, everybody in this world has the power of will. The time is now. So they want to determine if their will is to follow God. So they are sleeping soldiers. So we are getting there very soon. The time is now. So if they will all determine the time is now, does it sound wrong? If I should not, there's a sunset. So they both are trying to know exactly
the time is now.
So courtship is an old-fashioned word, assuming that two people who love each other will eventually get married. Two people who love each other. God loves us. The Bible said in the book of John 3:16, for God so loved the world. So we are now giving the love back.
The harvest
the
is
moment we are giving the love back, that simply means two of us as rich and agreement
sleeping soldiers.
This lesson.
The time is now. The time is now.
Christ does not simply mean you have eventually
Abba's children.
According with him does not mean you are.
The time is now.
Those that are married in
the time is now.
There are some people in Christendom today who are dating Christ. There are some people in Christendom today who are cutting with Christ. And there are some people in Christendom today and they are married Christ.
The time is now.
There is difference between marriage and
not tomorrow. Come and hold me minutes. Each of us seek to a dear man. At the men of not telling me at the area. So plenty at the Yomini. Yomini, I don't know Kobiania. Simply no costly and them a way came. I see your job only and then
you marry with endurance, gifts, passion. And sometimes they'll say,
in the name
blessed are those
of Jesus
that give unto Lord. They know there's something that Jesus said as a parable in the Bible that says, when I'm hungry, you give me food. When do we see in the passion of giving? Only when you've given to those that are my servants, you've given to me as well. So you must learn how to pray. Prayer life, joy. The book of Nehemiah 8, it said, the joy of the Lord is my strength. That simply means joy and strength, which happiness does not. So in that now it was shifting of ground. When we are talking about shifting of ground in marriage, there's something that happened that you need to just shift ground. Learn how to adjust. Like one partner is more and the other does not. So it affects you during the night. So you shifted ground, you learn how to endure with this
time is now.
So you are getting me now. Adjustment. We adjust our character, adjust our behavior. You know, in brotherhood sometimes they don't use it. But when you are married, it's not like that. You can just be at home, morning to evening.
The time is now.
But when you get married, there's none like that. The other one is apologize. Learn how to apologize. Learn how to say I'm sorry. Phone, work, and money. The Bible says something very
sleeping soldiers.
Trying to be confusive to some people. He said money answering everything, and the second one says the root of money is the
time is now.
The love of money is the beginning of all evil. There's one word that is different in the both.
Sleeping soldiers.
The one has love and the other does not have.
The time is now.
So, when you marry someone, you must be ready.
The time is now.
To like treat the person in a
sleeping soldiers.
So that is different between marriage.
The time is now.
Marry is body.
The time is now.
The Bible said that
sleeping giants.
11:28.
The time is now.
No, coming to him. He said, my yoke
the
is
time
light.
Is now.
He also has a yoke. So in that light,
sleeping giants.
Because we are.
The time is now.
The yoke is coming on the flesh.
The harvest is now. Sleeping soldiers.
No turning back.
The time is now.
That is very funny. They say you are married today.
The time is now. Abba's children. The time is now. The time is now.
Ìjó bá fàájì wọ̀lì alákàn, ìjó ọ̀run lè jáde níbẹ̀. Àti pé kò sábùdà kankan lọ́rùn ọ̀pẹ o. Bá borí ọ̀pẹ ìgbàgbéjú pàdé ọ̀pẹ parí. There's no need for you to shout. That's the reason why marriage is different.
Not tomorrow, come and hold him. Each of us seek to a diamond. At the men of not telling me at the carrier.
It's their behavior, their character.
So plenty at the
everything.
You be the animal Kobiania. Sibre no koski ebe mamwede kebo. At your job all ebe the Yobia. Yobia na kweli
All I'm saying so far is just a brief explanation on what exactly courtship is all about.
In the name
Let's continue. Courtship
of Jesus.
means being mindful of the other person, needs and desire,
want us
and
to
working together to
consciously do
build a
something
relationship
this
that
morning.
is centered on mutual respect and support.
This prayer that we are
These
praying
parts,
now, we
I want you to understand this place very well.
ignite
This
other
line.
people in
This
other
means being mindful of the other person's
local
needs
government groups.
and desire, and working together to build a relationship that is centered on mutual respect and support. So when you say you are mindful
It's a prayer
of,
that is not
you are being
necessary
mindful
for
of the other
now.
person, that simply means
Even
the
after you
person
leave here,
is in your heart.
that your needs will speak louder
So
than your
you
mouth.
desire the person. That simply means you honor the person in your heart. Working together to build a relationship that is centered on mutual respect. Cutting with Christ. When you go to the book of Galatians, it speaks about idolatry, the fruit of
time
the
is now.
flesh, idolatry, a lot of it. So when you say you are cutting with Christ, you must have it in mind.
Sleeping
You must desire
soldiers,
to work together to build a relationship that will not
the
affect
time
the
is
other person.
now.
Sin
The
affects
time
Christ.
is
So
now.
when you are cutting with him, you must build a relationship that will not affect his own personality. He has a personality. So you say everybody has a personality. So Christ as well has a personality. So when you are joining with him, cutting with him, you must build a relationship that will not affect his own personality as well.
The time is
That's
now.
that's the thing is you respected him. There's something that so as a Christian you will not
Sleeping
so that's the thing is you
soldiers,
respect him.
the time is now.
Respect him so much. That's simply it.
The time is now.
When they call for evangelism,
Sleeping
sacrifice
soldiers,
15 minutes of my time to
the time is now.
his own business.
The time is now.
You are supporting him. That's what
Sleeping giants,
the only thing they do is there the keys, they say.
the time is now.
But that's not where exactly I'm going. Cutting
The time is now.
support. Underline that word. This means being mindful of
Sleeping giants,
and desire and working together to build a
the
relationship
time
that
is
centered
now.
on mutual respect and support.
The harvest is now.
Respect the person.
Away.
Support the person
Sleeping soldiers,
actually giving
the time is now.
what you
The time is now. Away. Our children,
the Bible says only
the time is now. The time is now.